Now wait a fudging minute, okay? This is Bill Cosby. That's right, Mr. Jello, Mr. Pimp Pudding Pop, Mr. Better Watch Your Drink, allegedly. Now I don't like all the frick and the frack and the cussing with the weed talk, okay? People are trying to tarnish my legacy. I heard you're making your jokes on the last episode of the podcast, and I've done great things for this entertainment world, okay? The Cosby Show was a blueprint to help you bum niggas get your life right, okay? Then I had the Fat Albert for the ghetto kids to show them how they could have fun being where they are from. Y'all saw that crazy naked chick run up on me last week, and the boobies and the swinging and the afro. I thought somebody was surprising me for my birthday before the trial. But anywho, when I'm not talking about the youth or counting the moles on my face, I'm listening to Sice Man, the man of Sice, I don't know how to say it, on What the Fudge Podcast. And check this out. Since I'm the OG of Philly, the original comedian person, I just want to say, free my nigga Meek Mill. Baha.
Look at the top of his head. Look at his lips.
What's goody, what's goody? Welcome back to What the Fudge. Hey man, what the fudge? What the fudge? This is episode number 15. I am your host, Sice Man. I want to thank you guys for coming back. I got my homie, the co-host today, Mr. Charismatic Jones.
Yes, indeed.
How you doing, homie? How was your week, G?
What's going on, Sice? My week was great, bro.
That's good, that's good. What happened, man?
Oh, man, a lot happened, man. Well, you know, I had a close friend of mine's pass away.
Sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that.
Nah, it's all good. It's such as life, you know?
Right. Let's see. My week was probably, wasn't probably that bad. It was pretty busy, you know what I'm saying? Work, same old stuff. But, I want to thank, the homie Bill Cosby for that intro. That was a wonderful intro that he did. That was pretty funny. I don't understand why that lady ran up on him like that, like we said in the last podcast, but I guess it was for attention to something.
Hey, shout out Bill Cosby.
Shout out to Bill Cosby. We want to thank you guys for following us on Instagram at WhatTheFudgePodcast. Thank you guys for following or checking everything out on iHeartRadio, Spreaker.com, YouTube, all that good stuff. But you guys know how the show goes. Let's go ahead and hop into the first segment, which is the news. And let's see, the top thing I would have to say this week in the news would definitely be Kendrick Lamar becoming the first rapper to win the Pulitzer Prize for music,
yes,
man. That's something that was definitely unexpected. Let me go ahead and run it down real quick. It says that Kendrick Lamar is making history as the first non-classical or jazz artist to win the prestigious prize. It says that the revered rapper is also the most commercially successful musician to receive the award, usually reserved for critically acclaimed classical acts who don't live on the pop charts, man. So, and he received it for the Damn album, darn, like I would like to say. It says that he'll also win $15,000 as a prize for it. I think something like that is really, really cool, man. He's making history. What you think about that, Jones?
Of course, I think that's amazing. I think it's been a long time coming for us, period, as a people.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
So, man.
Shout out Kendrick Lamar.
Shout out to Kendrick Lamar.
He worked really hard, even when he was underground. You know, he was amazing, and so he's just getting his just due.
Man, I think he's definitely getting what he deserves. He started really, really humbly, and he's coming out pretty tight. So big up to Kendrick Lamar. We glad that you got that. Let's go ahead and go into the next topic, which is the Starbucks. Man, they've been tripping. I've been waiting to talk about this. Starbucks reportedly, they had the incident where the two brothers were arrested after they came and sat into the Starbucks. All they did was came and sat in there. They were waiting for a real estate meeting, and they didn't purchase anything. They were just sitting there, and apparently the police was called within 2 minutes of them being there, 2 minutes and 30 seconds or something like that of them being there. And it's pretty bad. It was really, really racist. Everything was filmed. It was on Instagram and YouTube. The cops also, the guy that they were meeting with showed up as they were being arrested. So it was pretty crazy. It was really, really bad. Did you see any of that, bro?
Man, I more so heard it on the news. I seen a couple of clips, and it to me it's nothing new. You know what I mean? It's stuff that I experience on the regular.
Exactly.
I mean, now if you're not a certain ethnicity, race, then you might not experience it like I experience it, but we experience it on that level all the time. We
experience it on that racist level,
on
for
a
real.
Deep level, for the simplest things like standing, looking, watching, being.
It's ridiculous, man. Just being in the presence of a black person sometimes is scary for some people. Man. Also, it was another footage release later on in the week where a guy, African American dude, was trying to use the restroom. That's all he wanted to do. He didn't buy nothing. He just wanted to use the bathroom. And then the lady was telling him no, it was for paying customers and wouldn't let him use the restroom. So he kind of waited around until he saw a Caucasian or a white person go into the bathroom. He asked them if they had purchased something, and they said they didn't. So it was really kind of messed up, man. It was really that
was a good move, though.
That was really, really crazy. I don't know what was going on there, but eventually the CEO of Starbucks came out and said they're going to temporarily shut down 8,000 stores company-wide. It says company-owned stores during the afternoon of May 29th in the U.S. About 59% of its locations are Starbucks owned. They're going to close them so that the employees can undergo racial bias training, which is a response to the arrest of the men in Philadelphia.
Do you really think that's going to help the people that are racist?
Nah, I don't think it's going to help them because they're still going to be scared. Like, just because you go get some company training on it doesn't mean it's going to make any type of difference or anything to me. I don't think so, man.
It's not going to make a difference at all. They have to want to be different.
Yeah, I think it has to. It's something that's deep rooted, and it's something that they're going to have to want to change or something like that. So, hopefully that training and all of that works, man. We'll see, because Starbucks is bomb. I would hate to have to stop going there. I mean, McDonald's got some bomb frappes too, though, man. That's all I really get when I go. So
Starbucks is bomb because there's so many of them, and it's a good place to meet for business. You know what I mean? I met at Starbucks many a times.
That's all they were trying to do, was meet there for some business, man. That was it.
Yeah, that's kind of sad because I know they really wanted to get that deal done.
Yeah. So
real estate.
Let's Starbucks, get y'all stuff together. We're gonna go ahead and go into the next segment, which is dropping game. And dropping game, we're gonna go ahead and talk about, a good one I thought about was roommates, man. Back when I was first moving out here, I had to move into a couple roommate situations. I know a lot of people had to have a lot of like roommate situations, so it was like, man, I moved all around. I didn't have female roommates, male roommates, and pretty much to me, I didn't really like it. It didn't really work out for me. I know for some people it works out. It's easier financially. That's something I definitely wanted to talk about, is can they work? Some of the issues and I guess little resolutions and stuff like that you can try to come up with. What have you ever had any like roommate situations or anything like that, Jones?
No, sir. I'm not about it at all.
So you ain't never had to go through that?
I'm not about no roommates.
Man,
it's you know what? I think I'm too nitpicky.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like third degree, but I'm I think I'm a little bit more than most, and it might make people upset.
Nah, I understand, man. I think I'm the same way. And with me, I think a lot of times is I was roommating with people that were kind of messy, that didn't want to wash dishes or would leave their clothes and stuff like that in different places.
Just a little bit too long there.
Yeah, man. It would just be like different stuff that was just like really, really get on my nerves, man. And not cleaning up after themselves or trying to eat some of my food, whatever the case may have been, man. It was like... It was pretty annoying, man. So simple little solutions that I used to come up with was I would label my food, or I would only buy, you know what I'm saying? It was very tedious, but I would just go to the store every day and get what I was going to eat.
Right.
Do it that way, because that way they can't really eat my food unless it was locked up into my room. It was like I did all types of crazy stuff, bro. I know a lot of people out there have roommate situations. So the best thing is to sit down and come up with a compromise to where both of you guys are going to be able to get along with something, set some ground rules. Definitely, if it needs to be put into the lease
you gotta
or the contract, definitely put that in there, because
definitely got to meet somewhere in the middle.
yeah, you're gonna have to, man, because it gets rough out there, man. It can get pretty crazy. Man, I can't even do it no more. I had gotten to the point where I needed my own space. Like I said, I couldn't keep cleaning up after people and all types of stuff like that. So let's go ahead and go into our first skit, which is speaking of all this crazy little Starbucks stuff going on. We actually got footage of a new coffee company, and it sounds like they're on the same track as Starbucks. Let's take a listen.
Okay.
Hi, welcome to SunBucks. What can I get started for you?
Hey, can I get a coffee?
Sure. What size? And let me guess, you want it black?
Nah. Paquito size, please, with 2 creams, a splash of hazelnut, and a slice of cake.
No problem. You'll be wanting the dark chocolate cake, right? That'll be $26.38.
Wait, what? Why the fudge is the coffee so expensive? How much is the cake? And why would I want dark chocolate?
Well, the cake is $2.99. The coffee is $4.75. But there is a $18.64 black tax.
Black tax? What the fudge is that?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just a small fee we charge to black customers for standing on our floors, sitting in our chairs, and breathing our air while in this establishment.
That's the most racist thing I've ever heard of. I am shocked. I'll never come here again. I think I'm going to be sick. Where's your restroom?
I'm so sorry. We did not mean to offend you. Look, we meant no harm. We didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. Look, we sincerely apologize, and I'll probably have me and my employees go through a rigorous racial bias training. And sorry, but the bathroom is whites only.
What the fudge?
And we're back from that skit. That sounded a little raw, man. I don't think I'll ever be going to SunBucks ever in my life, bro.
Hey, man, I ain't even about it, for real.
Man, that sounded really, really racist and crazy, bro. But let's go ahead and go into the next.
Where'd you find that place?
Segment. Hey, man, it was sent to me, man. Let's go ahead and go to the next segment, which is What the Fudge. Hey, man, what the fudge? What the fudge? And this week in What the Fudge, man, we got now apparently we got somebody who I've always known has issues, man. I've been said that she got issues. Maybe people are just picking up on it. I don't know, but to me, she's always kind of had issues. It's Mariah Carey, and they said that she was hospitalized.
You think she got issues?
At some point after being believing that the late Michael Jackson, Prince, and Whitney Houston were coming over for dinner one time. Now, apparently,
right. That don't sound like out of your mind. It sounds like she owns something.
It sounds crazy. Now, it says that Mariah Carey recently had admitted to having bipolar disorder in an interview. And according to the
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Sources say that the pop singer was once admitted to the hospital after a manic episode.
Okay.
It says sources say in 2016 that she was walking around with a tiara on and a ball and gown, wearing a ring pop, alleging it was given to her by the royal family. What is
going on with these entertainers?
Carrie asked the nanny to get the children dressed for a dinner with Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, and Prince. All three who were, passed on and deceased at the time. Now, apparently, this is coming from somebody who used to be a nanny of hers, and there's a lawsuit going on. It sounds really, really crazy and messy right now. So she's spilling all of the beans, I guess, in her little memoirs or something like that. I've had bipolar people in my family, so I know what they go through, and it's kind of messed up that it's being put on display just because she's famous, but I mean, it's stuff that happens when you're mentally sick, man.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, man. I mean, I personally didn't know she had bipolar, but I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick Cannon didn't stick around.
Yeah, I mean that might have been something else.
She seems like a cool woman, but she also seemed like she could get a little. You could just kind of look at somebody and kind of see the crazy in them.
That's what I know what you're talking about. That's what Eminem used to say. Eminem used to say all of that and talk about her and talk about how she was a wino and all of that stuff. So maybe he was trying to low key drop hints.
Hey, but you know what they say: to every lie or to every little joke, there's some truth to it.
Yeah, for real, man. Some kind of way,
so
man.
Maybe, people don't think Tupac dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what in the world Tupac had. I don't know. I hope he not dead, man. But let's go ahead and go to the next topic, which is JB Smooth.
God. I
man.
love this guy. He's cool, man.
I actually like JB Smooth too,
JB
man.
Smooth
I think he's funny.
And he's a good actor.
Smooth recently got booed off of stage horribly.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
It was really, really bad during the Martin Lit tour, and during their stop in Atlanta, man, he was up there and he was trying to keep doing his set. He kept trying to talk about the crowd, and eventually he was talking about how he doesn't really do all of the nigga type comedy, and apparently Michael Blackson went before him. His comedy just wasn't for that crowd, so it was really bad, man. Did you get a chance to take a look at it, John?
Man, look, I got one thing to say. Everybody, first of all, it was funny. I don't know what. Secondly, everybody ain't the same.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I mean. Hey, everybody ain't gonna like you. That's all I'm gonna say. Man. Everybody ain't gonna like you. Everybody ain't gonna.
His comedy, obviously,
everybody's not gonna take to
for that type of crowd. Obviously, it wasn't for that type of crowd.
But JB Smooth got to work on being more diverse.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's pretty diverse. But if
you're not gonna do nigga, then you better realize that you nigga.
Because he was saying that he was too. He don't really do that type of comedy, and then he gonna be alright and stuff like that.
Yeah, but where do you come from?
Yeah, man, that plays into it, man. Because Steve Harvey crossed over, but at the same time, Steve Harvey can still be funny. He can still have you rolling. Man,
Steve Harvey's not funny at all to me.
Steve Harvey is hilarious. Bro.
Steve Harvey's like family funny.
Man, that dude is hilarious. Like a funny uncle or something.
He's like the funny guy at church.
He's the funny uncle or something like that. But let's go ahead and go into the Instagram comedian of the week. And last week, the dude was pretty funny. King Karan, whatever you want to say. He's pretty funny. Let's see.
Was he Muslim?
I don't even know, bro. I have no idea. But we're going to go ahead and go into the Instagram comedian of the week is at Lil Duval. That's at Lil Duval.
Shout out to Lil Duval.
Know that this dude is
funny.
Duval has been in movies and stuff like that. His Instagram keeps you laughing. He always got something to say about somebody. Puts up crazy posts. I'm gonna go ahead and post, like I said, some of his stuff this week, but I think he's really, really funny. Let's go ahead and go into the next segment, which is the hip hop and R&B review. And that's gonna go ahead. We're gonna start that off. Of course, J. Cole dropped his album this week on 420, coincidentally. And it had a few meanings in there. One of them was the kids on drugs. I listened to the whole album. The album was definitely J. Cole-ish. It was really cool. I liked it. I liked the message that he was sending on there. It wasn't really like a lot of radio songs. It's not like a lot of radio joints on there. But
it's a little slower too.
Yeah, it's
not even
a slower feel on there.
You know what? It's one song. He sounded to me a little Kendrick Lamar-ish.
Oh, okay, yeah. I would have to agree, bro. I think we was definitely talking about that and saying that last time that a few of his songs on there kind of had them Kendrick Lamar cadences and singing and stuff like that. I would agree with that a little bit. He released the video for ATM. That video was pretty crazy. To me, it was a story of how the rappers get all of the money and then leeches and all of that be pretty much pulling up off of them and pulling the money, and then they end up broke and ain't got nothing to show for it. So I think that the video was really, really cool. Seemed like everybody dropping their albums and stuff on Fridays now. I remember when stuff used to come out on Tuesdays. But it's not happening like that no more. Did you get a chance to see the music video
of the
J. Cole?
The J. Cole?
ATM?
No, I did not see the video.
Okay, yeah, you gotta check that one out. Of course, you know where I always see my stuff on YouTube, so you can go ahead and check it out on there. We also want to talk about the next topic, which is Offset on him and Ric Flair performing Ric Flair drip on the Jimmy Fallon show.
Now, I saw that video.
That was hilarious.
I saw that video and I thought that was amazing. I love Ric Flair.
Man. Ric Flair is a beast. He's an OG legend. He just wasn't on beat to be. He wasn't dancing on beat at all.
He wasn't doing nothing on beat.
Nothing was on beat.
I thought he was going to do the full Ric Flair, but he didn't do the full Ric Flair.
Yeah, he didn't do the full Ric Flair. He was kind of doing his walk a little bit. I think he should have definitely did his walk a little more. That would have been tight to me. I liked it.
He should have did the whole Ric Flair.
Yeah, I think it was tight, bro.
And Migos, they doing a lot, man. You know, and I like their acting skills. I like what they're doing with their persona. You know what I mean? Like for them to do for them to go to Kung Fu to Ric Flair. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If
they
you don't,
touching every avenue that we grew up on, pretty much.
You know, you turned me on to them.
I did. Yeah, I showed you them boys.
You know what? If you don't like Migos, something wrong with you.
You gotta be something wrong, man. I think they using every aspect. They use the little Soul Train thing with the afros and stuff. They just using everything that we grew up watching, that we grew up seeing, that we grew up
that Soul
liking
Train
and stuff,
was amazing.
man. It was really, really tight. But let's go ahead and go into the next one. If y'all want to check it out, it's on YouTube, of course. Go ahead and check out Lauryn Hill. Also, she recently announced that her new tour, she's celebrating her 20th anniversary of the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. And it says that she's actually going to be going on tour.
I'm surprised.
Man, that's going to be tight. It says blah, blah, blah. The tour is scheduled to begin on July 5th at the Veterans United Home Loans Amphitheater in Virginia. And then if you want to get more information, I'm sure you know where to go find tickets.
I'm so surprised about that.
That's going to be tight, man. I think it's really going to be good. I think it's going to be tight.
I'm a little nervous about that one.
I think she's going to give you a great performance. She's going to give you all of the hits from that song. On that album, I mean, I think it'll be great, man. I know that she usually does little intimate settings and private things like that, but I think that this is actually going to be a great addition to what she's doing, man.
I think it's going to be great. I think that the reason why I say that I'm a little nervous is because, you know, I seen in the past where she was going. And she was like in a certain place, you know what I mean? And I just really hope that she's in that place to perform well, because I want her to do good. You know what I mean? I miss Lauryn Hill. I think everybody misses Lauryn Hill personally.
Yeah, I think it was pretty tight, man. I think she was a beast, man. It's like after that one album, she just disappeared, man. That was it.
Well, you know, she kind of did what I always say. You know what I mean? Just kind of draw back, but. You know,
she drew back for a long. She said, "I'm taking a super draw, lean back." Like she had that recliner chair.
Fat Joe.
She leaned all the way back and broke the handle off. It was like, I'm getting up out of there. I don't want to be seen no more. I don't want nothing to do with the industry. But
man, I just hope she does good. Shout out to Lauryn Hill, and we miss you. Perform well. I can't wait till you come to LA.
It's gonna be tight. But let's go ahead and, like I said, it's a new part that I added in here that I want to do. We're gonna talk about a classic album. Now, this week, I think another classic album that I've chosen you can listen to from front to back without even touching it. It would have to be T.I. Urban Legend.
Oh.
Now, when this album came out, I was working in DC and stuff like that, so and living in Maryland. And it had, that's out of everybody's car, everybody's house, that's all you was hearing was T.I. Urban Legend, You Don't Know Me.
In DC size?
Yeah, T.I. had that whole area on lock when he came out, man. It was either that or Go-Go Music. So
Go-Go.
It was really,
Shout out
really
to
tight. T.I. Urban Legend. That album to me was a classic.
T.I., you are a legend,
said,
bro.
From front to back, you ain't even got to touch that thing. You got so many hits on there.
That was a good pick, Size. I never really got into Urban Legend. I got into another one of his, but I'm gonna check it out. The one I got into, to me, was perfect for the time, and I'm sure you probably feel similar to this because you picked it. But I'm gonna get into it.
Yeah, definitely check that out. What's gonna be your classic album for this week, G?
Man, you know what? Classic album I'm gonna choose is I'm gonna have to say Ice Cube, War and Peace.
Oh, yeah.
Since you already, mine
cool,
was a
man.
T.I. It was a T.I.,
cool.
but I had to go, since you already chose him.
Yeah.
A T.I. just, War and
You
Peace.
can bring your T.I. choice back next time, bro.
Yeah,
But that one
for
right
sure.
there, Ice Cube, War and Peace,
For all
that one's a great one too.
For all the new, what they call the millennials?
Yeah.
No. That's not the name I'm looking for. Anyway, the skinny jeans wearers.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to
We
War
know
and
about
Peace.
all
You
them.
might start
Yeah,
wearing
check that one
your
out.
pants a little bit more baggier.
Yeah, for real. But let's go ahead and go to the next skit. With this skit, since I seen a little thing, I saw the helpful Honda people, and I decided to go around and start doing a helpful What the Fudge
You made your-
spontaneous act of
Oh, my
niceness.
God, bro.
And we're gonna go ahead and take a listen
my
to this
God.
act of niceness.
Let's check it out.
Hello?
Hi, is this Robert?
Yeah, who is this?
This is the homie Big Terry from What the Fudge Podcast, and I'm calling to give you a What the Fudge spontaneous act of niceness. Now, we heard your house was recently robbed.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Thank you so much. Yes, they took everything from me and my family. Me and my family we were out at the movies and came home to nothing. So many items that we won't ever be able to replace. My kids haven't really been sleeping because they're scared, and my wife wants to move. I mean, I'm so happy that you guys are going to help us. I mean, it really means a lot.
Well, we want to help. We're going to pay for you and your family to stay at a hotel. We're also going to buy you new furniture and get you that ring that your grandmother gave you before she passed. It was worth a lot, right?
Wait. I didn't say anything about a ring. How did you know that?
We also want to get you a new Rolex watch. That was a real Rolex, right?
Wait, I didn't put any of that in the police report. Like, who told you that? Do you know who did this to me? Wait a minute, why is your number blocked?
This has been another What the Fudge spontaneous act of niceness.
And we're back. Bro, I told you, man, we gotta help them people out, man, and that's for real, man. We gotta help them people out, bro. So,
do you got any sponsors for this?
Look, man, everybody's sponsor, everybody's down with it. You guys love it. Let's go ahead and go to our next segment, which is the movie and TV review.
Okay.
And the top one for this, bro. When I seen the preview,
Oh
come on,
my
man. When I
God!
seen it pop up, bro.
Oh, I can't wait! I'm just as excited
This is
as
gonna be
Black
crazy,
Panther.
man. The Equalizer 2 with Denzel Washington. They didn't announce the release date. If you haven't seen the first one, please go check the first one out. This is tight. Denzel's in there beating the crap out of people. He's playing like a superhero.
Let me tell you something.
For non-hire, like a hitman for non-hire.
He don't even care about the money.
He don't care nothing. You can give him $2 to help some people that used to kick you in the shin when you would walk past them.
You just gotta have a heart. You got a heart.
He'll take care of you, bro.
Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna tell you why the Equalizer is so dope.
Right.
Because a superhero got powers.
Exactly.
But the Equalizer is a human being, no powers. He's just upgraded himself.
He just got basic combat, and he can use any weapon or anything in the room against you, bro. So,
shout out to Denzel Washington, man. You a legend, bro.
You a legend. That's gonna be tight.
I can't wait to meet you.
I can't wait to see that movie.
And see the movie.
That's gonna be.
I'm gonna see the movie
bro.
first.
Yeah, you definitely gotta see the movie first. But we're gonna go ahead and like we said, check that out and stay on the lookout for that, y'all. I'm sure we'll have a great preview for that when around the time of that getting ready to come out. I don't know why, but I think we're gonna have an unedited version of a preview for you guys. Let's go to our next topic, which is, now I saw this on WorldStarHipHop.com. It's if you're looking for it, you can search 3P. You can even look it up on YouTube as well, called The Blackening.
What's that about, Sice?
Bro, this was about pretty much every stereotype of scary movie. It is nothing but black people, and once they got in the room, they pretty much, the killer was like, all right, look.
Oh.
The killer sent one of the dudes in and was like, look, only one of y'all gonna die.
I see that.
Whoever's the, and then they decided whoever was the blackest,
the blackest
was gonna die.
I saw that.
Bro,
I saw that,
Sice.
Sice, you know, don't much get by me.
They was emptying out hot sauce and all that. They was hitting every stereotype.
I would have had a bottle
black.
of Tapatio though.
It was hilarious, bro. It was. So you did see it?
Yeah, bro.
It was hilarious, right?
Bro, I seen it. They got in that circle and they started talking about, I say, nigga.
Right. It was like, we meant to talk to you about that. You were saying the ER kind of hard. She was like,
hard.
Nigger, please.
I am not as black as you.
Oh, man.
But
it
wait,
was
then, who they let die?
It was the guy that voted for Donald Trump.
That's right.
Your boy Donald T.
I wouldn't have died because I didn't vote at all.
Your boy Donald T. Boy, they was like, look, we had to let him go. Sorry to spoil it for you guys, but look, it's still funny. Go check it out. It's called 3P The Blackening. It's on YouTube. It's on WorldStar.
I seen it, Sites. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That one didn't make it by me. I'm
that
sorry.
That one was funny.
I
bro.
had to see that.
Now we're gonna go ahead and go into the show or movie to recommend, and that's gonna go ahead this week for me. I just recently finished watching season 2. It's called Preacher on Hulu.
Man. I heard about it.
It was created or produced by Seth Rogen and what's the other guy's name? Seth Green as well.
What did you think? Because I heard about it. I didn't even see a preview on it yet.
It's crazy.
I heard so much about it.
Touch on spiritual stuff. It's angels. It's demons. Hitler's in there.
You said Hitler?
Butthole for a face.
Wait. Is it slapstick?
Vampires. Nah, it's like crazy. They got a good story to it.
Is it Sin City? It's like Sin City.
They got fighting in it. It's like Sin City. Kind of like a TV show version of Sin City, but real life. It's kind of tight, man.
Real life?
It's kind of tight, man. The dude has a superpower where the preacher gets a superpower where he can pretty much say anything, and if you hear, as long as you can hear it, you do whatever he says.
Whoa.
It's crazy. So it's on Hulu. Like I said, normally I be repping that Netflix.
Shout out.
Today
Hulu.
we repping that
Shout
Green, that Hulu.
Seth Rogen, Seth Green.
Hulu. It's really, really funny, guys. If you got some time, go ahead and check that out. Jones, what's your recommendation for episode 15? Or show or movie to recommend, man? Let me know.
Man, bro, you know I'm recommending classics only.
Okay.
This is in the classic only category, and this movie is Higher Learning.
Oh,
for the times right now, that movie is still relevant,
still
dope. Ice Cube
relevant,
with his fro, Omar Epps,
Busta Rhymes,
Tyra Banks,
Michael Rappaport.
She was amazing. I love Michael Rappaport. and he killed that role, bro.
Killed that role,
man. I'm gonna tell you, man. Low key, I wish I could just be in some of those movies. I can't wait to go on auditions for new ones, man.
Man, that movie right there is a great recommendation for those,
Please,
for the younger generation, or even anybody that hasn't seen it.
That movie gonna move you in your heart of hearts.
It'll definitely have you walking around looking at things a little different.
Yes, indeed.
Let's go ahead and see what the let's hop into the Bring Back movie and TV show. Now, for this one, I had to go ahead and pick an old school one. I would love for them to remake Face Off, man.
You
The
talking about
original with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, but they need to do a new version of it.
They
man.
might have some clones up in there or something.
That would be really, really tight. The action in it, the story was tight. How people was being tricked and knowing certain characteristics.
Hey, for the time that the movie was made,
right,
which was what
was
mid to late 90s, bro.
Man.
That movie was almost like Matrix, like the way they did that. You know what I mean?
Nobody had ever seen nothing like that. Bro.
I loved it.
That movie was tight, man.
That's a good recommendation, bro.
Y'all that haven't seen it, go check it out, and hopefully they remake it, since they doing all these reboots of all these other movies. Hopefully they reboot and remake Face Off.
But do you think they could remake it without making it worse?
That's always the problem, man, is they make it worse. But hopefully they don't. Well, what's your recommendation this week, bro, for a Bring Back movie or TV show?
I don't think you're ready for it.
I think I might be, bro.
I know I'm gonna sound a little corny.
Okay.
But when I was little, I was watching everything.
Right.
And one of the bring backs I think would be good to bring back and remake, and I think it would actually be better. Just not as original.
Right.
Gilligan's Island.
Oh, snap. Dog, I used to watch that show all the time, man. I tried to go back and watch it as an adult, and it just wasn't resonating the same, man.
Seriously?
It just didn't sit the same, man. With
probably because when we were young, we had more imagination.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I think that's what it was. I really believe they was out on that island. They was really doing certain
now that you're
stuff,
older, you can see that they on set.
Yeah,
you
can see that fake set a mile away, bro.
Hey, that's like Star Trek, bro. One day I seen the set shaking. I was like, oh.
Yeah, like it's bad, bro. Like, but that one is I definitely, that's a classic right
there.
I think they should bring that back for real.
Yeah, buddy.
And have them be stranded on the island. They're gonna have to call it something else, because I don't know if Gilligan gonna work around these days. Like maybe Tyrone's Island.
You know what?
Where it's just a bunch of black people stranded, and you got
Tyrone's Island.
Or Tanini's island.
Yeah, because Erykah Badu ain't gonna be there.
You already know she ain't gonna be there. But we want to thank you guys for listening to us, taking your time out your day to listening to episode 15 of What the Fudge Podcast.
Time is valuable, and we surely appreciate it.
We really do. We want to thank you guys. This has been your crazy host, Sice Man. I got my co-host, Charismatic Jones.
Yes.
And we're going to go ahead and coast you guys right into the bedtime story this week. So get your pillows and your blankets ready. This week we're going to do Beauty and the Homie Beast.
Wow.
So it's going to be a little twist to it, as usual. You guys know that.
Man, Beast ain't going to want to be the homie for long.
Man, he ain't going to try to be the homie.
Not when he with a beauty.
It ain't no fun if the homie don't give.
I don't want the homie to have none.
Hey, right. You know what I'm saying. But you guys go ahead and have a good week. We want to thank you guys for listening.
Selfish.
Check us out on YouTube, Instagram, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, all that good stuff. Like I said, we on Instagram at What the Fudge Podcast. Where can they find you at, Jones?
You can find me on Instagram at Charismatic Jones or Charismatic Humor.
Hey, and that's been episode 15. You guys have a good week.
Thank you.
Beauty and the Homie Beast by Sice Man. In a faraway hood, there lived a drug dealer known as the Plug, and his bomb daughter named Beauty. One crazy hood day, the Plug got lost in the woods and reached a castle. He went inside, and since nobody was at the crib, he figured he would kick it there for the night. The next morning, when the Plug was leaving, he saw a beautiful weed plant in the garden. He thought of Beauty and decided to take it so that they could chief later. Suddenly, a crazy beast came behind him and screamed, "Why the fudge are you trying to steal the plant from my garden?" The plug was scared and told the homie Beast that he just wanted to chief with his daughter later. The homie Beast said he would let him go if he promised to send Beauty to come kick it with him. The plug fearfully agreed. Back at his heezy, he sadly told Beauty the whole story. Beauty told her dad not to trip and went to the castle. At first, she was shook, but after chilling for a few days, she realized the homie Beast was pretty chill. One day in the magic mirror, which was a gift from the homie Beast, Beauty saw that her father had the runs really bad. The homie Beast hated seeing Beauty sad like this, so he let her go back to the hood. Under Beauty's care, her father's mud butt cleared right up. One day, Beauty thought of the homie Beast and was checking for him in the magic mirror. She saw that the homie Beast was now ill, like a stomach flu was going around because he had mud butt. So she went to the castle to help him. The homie Beast was very ill and glad to see Beauty. She held him and told him that she loved him and kissed him softly. At that very moment, the homie Beast changed into a handsome Crip Prince. Beauty was surprised. The homie, the Crip Prince, told her that her kiss had broken the spell that was put on him by his baby mama. They had a huge 420 party/wedding and lived happily ever after. The end.
Look at the top of his head.